Vietnamese chicken burger, as they call it in Vietnam. This is what we're going to do today. Very simple, amazing aromatic flavors for you. Stick around. Vietnamese chicken noodle soup. I know we're all hooked up on our own grandma's chicken noodle soup that made us better, but this soup, I have to honestly say, it tops everything. It's a Vietnamese French soup. Hi, I'm Monika Czerveniak. And we're going to start right now. It's really actually a very simple soup as long as you follow certain procedure. I fell in love with Vietnam many years ago, and I had to go back after my first trip, and I spent quite a few years in Vietnam, and this was my favorite breakfast, lunch or dinner. What I have here and what we need here is basically an onion that I cut in half, and I use the peels as well because the peels will give you soup a very nice color. We have here some cinnamon, we have some cardamom, and we have some ginger. I have some star anise, which is a large part of Vietnamese cooking, and we have some garlic here. And what I like to do is caramelize these onions and caramelize all of these ingredients a little bit and get it a little bit brown. And this way, you will have really all the flavors that need to go into your soup. So it's actually, we're going to just wait till we get a little more brown. Caramelize. This is almost there where I like it to be. We're going to turn over our garlic. Don't do it on high heat, just do it on low heat. Cut up a ginger. That ginger needs to have a little bit more flavor and browniness. Then we're going to put this in a pot. Of course, we're also having here a whole chicken, and I like to use carrots. It's not a traditional thing, but I like to use carrots for a little bit of the sweetness that it has. In Vietnam, they're using a certain rock sugar for that, so I don't have that, so I use a little bit of the carrot and I also use a little bit of the ginger. My onions are nice and brown. That's what I like. I'm going to add all the ingredients now into my soup. Dump the whole thing in there. And I'm taking my chicken. I'm going to immerse a whole chicken in there. This is cold water. Always use cold water when you start your stock, any kind of stock. And what we're going to do is add a little bit of salt, not too much. I'm also going to add a shot of sugar and a little bit of fish sauce. I don't want my stock too dark. And now we're going to cook this up for about an hour. Bring it up to a boil, and then we're going to turn it down and simmer it, and then we're taking off all the residues that are coming up. It'll be taking about 15-20 minutes, and you'll see what happens. In the meantime, while our chicken stock is starting to work, we're going to take the rice noodles. Quite simple. You can take thinner ones as well, but these are the regular ones, this size. And we're going to just immerse this for now in warm water. That's kind of a trick that I learned in Vietnam. Now, if you immerse it in warm water, and then you just need a few seconds to put it in boiling water and really make it soft. So in the meantime, that's what we're doing right here. Just immerse it in, that's all. So it's been about 5-8 minutes. We started to boil up the soup, bring it up, and now you can see as the impurities coming about. It's very important that we get rid of that because that will darken your soup and make it very not clear as it should be. So just take a little spoon and go around. Just from time to time do this. We're also going to turn that soup down now. It already smells terrific. It's been an hour. It's time to take the chicken out. Be very careful. We want it in one whole piece. We're going to cut it up in pieces then, but this is about all you need to cook it. Look at this beautiful stock. It's just gorgeous. It's clear. Look at this. The aroma is amazing. French had occupied the Vietnamese for close to 60, a little bit over 60 years. And when the French left, the Vietnamese started their own cuisine. They made a more amazing bread like banh mi out of French baguette sandwiches. And I think this is coming from pot au feu, from the French dish of pot au feu. And then the Vietnamese adopted. And it used to be that you could only get it in the morning or at lunchtime in Vietnam. But then all the tourists came and they wanted it. And so now you can have it 24 hours a day. There's of course a beef soup as well. There's a duck soup. There's a crab soup. But basically the consommé, as we call it, is the same thing. So we're going to cut this up and I'll show you how we serve it. So as I told you before, we immerse them in warm water. Now I'm just putting them in for 20 seconds in boiling water, and that's all we do with the noodles, so they get really soft. In Vietnam, it is customary that you get the skin with the chicken, but in Canada, not so much. So you see, you're just going to cut that meat now into, you can have dark and white meat. But I am giving it a little taste test. It's amazing, amazing. The flavors of the star anise, of the onions, the whole thing is coming together, and with the chicken. It's just absolutely delicious. Now we're going to take some noodles. Don't put any cold water on your noodles. You really don't need it. It'll fall apart. It'll come all apart once you put your stock in. I'm going to put the meat in. We have some dark and white meat here. And now putting beautiful broth on top. Now you can also put some bean sprouts in here and a lot of greens. Thai basil. I happen to have some regular basil here that I'm putting in for flavors. Also got a little bit of parsley that we can put in. An important part is lime juice. Just put a little bit of lime juice in here. Let's just give it that extra kick. Regularly there would be chili, but I have jalapenos on hand today, so we're going to put this in. And that's basically it. Stir it up a bit. Look at this beautiful soup. Breakfast, lunch, or dinner. Delicious anytime. Perfect for you. Please let me know if there's anything that you would like me to cook for our next videos, and down in the comment section. I would really appreciate it. If you enjoyed this session, remember to subscribe and be fearless in your kitchen.